Hi, my name is Debbie, and I am obsessed with all things to do with ultrasound. I'm an empty nester who has spent the last 28 years scanning in all different kinds of situations: clinics, hospitals, point of service, emergency departments, private offices, echovascular, general, high-risk OB, and want to dive down deep into all things to do with technology, techniques, and transformation. It's time we take ultrasound to the next level. Think of this like your little power boost on your commute to all things ultrasound, along your way to the thing that we call work. So pull up a seat, make sure you're comfy, and be ready to be challenged and encouraged as we learn it's all about the frequency. Today, I just wanted to introduce myself and say I am Debbie, and I have been an ultrasound tech for over 25 years, and just wanted to start a different part of my career that I'm hoping will bring more awareness to maternal-fetal medicine, ultrasound technologists specifically at this point in time. And I was sitting the other day journaling, and I thought, you know what? I wrote a letter to our patients, like what I wish you could know about us as high risk OB MFM ultrasound technologist. So as I read this or share this with you, I hope it speaks to you in some way. And I hope it kind of gives you some background as to why I'm doing what I'm doing with starting a podcast and just wanting to go over anatomy, technology, techniques, and transformation, because I think we're always learning, we're always growing. And these are topics that I think we can maybe go in depth in a little bit, or there are things that I've always had to learn on the job myself by doing my own research. But I think if I could get it organized in a better way, and we can just have conversation about it and bring awareness to it, it's a great thing to just turn on the radio and turn on the podcast and listen to for a few minutes as we're going to our job. But this is something I kind of journaled about, and so I hope you enjoy it. I titled it, I am a maternal-fetal ultrasound technologist. I am an ultrasound technologist. It was required of me to go to a 2-year allied health program prior to getting my ultrasound training. After completing my training, I completed another 1.5 years of training specifically for ultrasound. This training was for general ultrasound work, which consisted of liver, gallbladder, kidneys, small parts such as thyroid, breast, and scrotum, and general OB. After completing this training, I went on to get another 2 years of training while working at a high-risk OB ultrasound lab. This is where my training was specified to only high-risk OB and GYN. After all that training, about approximately 5.5 years, I had no degree. After getting this education, we are then required to have continuing education credits in order to keep our license. Oftentimes, this continuing education is an extra cost to us personally, and oftentimes requires us to attend a conference using our own paid time off, along with the cost of the conference. In our world today, some of the colleges can and have offered bachelor's degrees of ultrasound, not many, but others offer associate's degree, and yet still others just have basic general training of ultrasound, where there is no degree offered. Many of us in this field, because we recognize the magnificent gift that women can give and bring into this world. Yet many of us show up for our jobs, helping you to have a safe and healthy pregnancy, all the while we are women and have our struggles as well. I'll never forget a day in my life as an ultrasound technologist where in one given day I was working alongside of many warrior women, whom one had just had her 3rd miscarriage. Another had her 4th failed IVF cycle, while yet another husband had just passed away. And yet another who is an empty nester struggling with redesigning her life as it is now without children. And yet another whose husband just walked out on her and left 3 babies to raise on her own. And the last who was just scanning herself and found a cystic fibroma on her baby. I sat there and thought, wow, we are a hot mess. And that is some heavy stuff. And yet we all still showed up, supported each other the best way that we could, and still we all gave 200% of what we thought we didn't have. Love, compassion, empathy, and energy to those of you who walk in the doors just to see your baby. We are human too. So I'd like to say to our patients is trust us. We have had lots of training. We got your back. We are human, but we are doing our best. We are some of the most passionate, empathetic, compassionate, and growth-oriented people you will ever meet in the healthcare field. We are constantly learning and growing and reviewing and discussing so that we can learn and get better. So what I'd like to tell you is that we have been trained to look for structures that occur in less than 1% of the population. If I find something on your baby or around your baby, it sends me off in my head looking for other things that may be wrong. It's like putting together a puzzle. If we do find something different than usual with your baby, then I know that the doctor will be coming in to give you that news that you never in a million years would ever be expecting. Oftentimes, I know that this one time in history, your history, you might have to make decisions that you will remember for the rest of your life, or might have a cascade of decisions that you will have to make moving forward, such as genetic testing that can sometimes give you answers and sometimes not. I know that in some instances you will be traumatized. I know that your dreams will be shattered. You'll inevitably ask, why me? Because in most cases, we will quote you statistics of this only happens in 1 in 10,000 people of the population. We know, we try and prepare you, but there's just no way. We're not allowed to tell you, and we wouldn't want to tell you. You wouldn't want us to tell you. First of all, we like for more than one person to be able to reproduce our findings. Second, we know that when given some of this information, you will inevitably have more and more questions that we are not qualified to answer. Then the always, well, what next kind of questions. Yes, much of what we do is normal. But when you ask, how often do you see things like this? It's not a fair question. All babies who have problems come to us. You see, there is a reason we are high risk. It's because we are looking for those things that are a millimeter in size that could give a hint that there might be something wrong with your baby. And it's quite often that we see those things that occur in less than 1% of the population. We see it way more often than the general public because that is why they call us high risk. I understand that you are thinking that this is just an opportunity to see your baby and you want to give you cute pictures and 3Ds. We all want to make this a special time for you as well. But after I check out if your baby is well or not. Coming to a high-risk OB appointment is a diagnostic test. The primary purpose is not for entertainment. So please be patient with us. We do have a very important job to do. We have many pictures to get in a very short period of time. And with the baby moving in several positions that don't always allow us to have good imaging. And then we have a report to type and pictures to review when leaving the room. Most of us do 8 to 10 of these a day with problems and all. Let us do our best so that we can have the reassurance that we had the opportunity to do the best without endless questions and expectations of educating you on how everything works and if things are okay or not. Yes, we will try for 3D if the equipment allows us and if the baby's in a good position and if time allows. But please, please, please also remember, this is not an exam for entertainment. Please use those for the best. There are 3D labs that are available for entertainment. Please use those for the best cute image pictures. Again, I have never worked with medical professionals who are more passionate than those I find in maternal-fetal medicine. We love what we do, and we want to be good at what we do. And we want to give you the most information. Most of us are mothers. Some of us want to be mothers. Some of us don't, but we are human and we give more than what anybody could ever expect. We love our jobs. We want to do a good job for you. We want your baby to be healthy. Please let us do our job. Thank you for tuning in to It's All About the Frequency podcast. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Share it with a friend, and remember to keep your frequency high.